Hey, what's going on? Howdy, folks. Charlie here from Christmas on Crestline. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for tuning in to a quasi impromptu live. So I'm doing some filming today and I was going to film a Happy Meal episode. I thought, why don't I just go do a quick live to do that? We are going to do another live tomorrow as well. Hey, lots on Butler Court. Good afternoon to you. Good to see you in here. So yeah, just doing a quasi impromptu live. Going to do some Happy Mail. Got some neat things in the mail today, and going to talk about it a little bit. Also, YouTube has chosen me, or they've reached out and said, "Hey, we're doing this beta test thing. Do you want in on it?" So we'll talk a little bit about that today. It's kind of neat. I didn't even know this was a thing that was going on. So kind of pretty fun when I get selected for stuff like that. I don't know. I get a kick out of it. We got some new stuff in that we're going to be reviewing. Going to be doing some filming today and tomorrow for those things. And we're also going to do another live tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe right quick and do so, because we're going to be doing some more giveaways. So most folks are pretty in tune with us doing Christmas in July extravaganza fast and furious, and we have a lot of fun with it. Well, I missed a giveaway. We had some family things pop up. I just didn't have an opportunity to do that last giveaway. So we're going to do that tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll be doing a live and be doing a giveaway, talking about some other stuff and having some fun doing that. So I get a kick out of when people send stuff here to the show. Everybody knows Off Kilter Homestead, their YouTube channel, Hannah, Owen, and Haas sent me that portrait we have of the logo in the back. All I Want for Christmas is a hippopotamus is very elegantly written inside of it. It's kind of a neat way that Hannah painted that for us. Pretty neat. So we got something new here from a fan. We got a Christmas on Crestline teddy bear with our logo, and actually this exact shirt right on this guy right here, which I just got a huge kick out of. So let me move that mic. So this guy and I have the same shirt on. So this was sent to us by TJ. So TJ, shout out to you. She is big with Dance Mechanics, which is a dance troupe. That's kind of neat. But TJ, thank you so much for this little guy. And this little guy we'll name after you, forever known as TJ, the Christmas on Crestline bear. So I got a kick out of that. Anytime somebody sends stuff to us as a show, we make it a permanent part of the set. This Christmas gourd was sent to us from one of our Patreon supporters. Patty Ford sent this to us about 6 months ago. Just put it right here. About 6 months ago. Kind of neat that she picked this up on her trip to New Mexico. There is a Santa Claus land there down in New Mexico. And it might even say on here still, Bob Bruner lives in Sedona. Okay, so she got this in Sedona and makes handcrafted neat ornaments. So this was a gourd that he painted into a Christmas ornament. So we leave that here on the show. Whiskey and Sunshine. Shelly, how's it going? Good to see you in here. So see this guy right here, in case you missed it, same shirt I got on right now. It's sent to us by a girl named TJ. So this is now known as TJ the Bear. So I thought that was kind of neat. If I can get this guy set up here real quick. Boom, there we go. He'll probably fall down again. And something else real neat. Let me see if the video has been loaded up here. Try to get this going on StreamYard. And did it go? It did go. So an impromptu, no clue who this person is, sent me something I have never seen before. So got this package delivered here, and it came with a card. And on the inside, it says, I hope this package gets to you okay. All right. Came with a card, and the card reads verbatim, hello, Charlie Christmas. Charlie Christmas, right? That name was given me by Karen from KB Fibers last year when she sent me the Christmas ornaments, which I thought was pretty neat and handy. So wish you a Merry Christmas in August. I'm sending you some flowers as an appreciation for your passion for Christmas and your YouTube channel. Cool, right? I have a couple of videos on YouTube, and she gives her, I'm assuming it's a her, it gives her address, which I'm obviously not going to give out. Once you see it, you will understand what the flowers are about. Also, you can go to Pinterest, unique Christmas light decorations for outdoors. So I'm guessing it says keep up the good work, Merry Christmas every day, which I thought was cool. Send me this little card, right? And I'm like, what in the world is inside this box? So I open it up, and I have never seen these before. Let me know if you have. These here are handmade Christmas lights made to look like flowers. And I thought, what in the world? How in the world? But these are string lights attached to very thick gauge. Almost, if you remember back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and early 90s, we used to get some kick butt sparklers for 4th of July, just thick gauge. These are thick gauge steel, and they're made to look like Christmas lights. Okay, so let me find out. And there's no name on the card. I have no idea who this person is. But let me see if I can play this video for you. Let me show you what these things look like, lit up, surrounded by a bunch of brothers and sisters. So you can see here, this is the video that they had on YouTube, and it's just a gob of these lights, right? They're everywhere. And they got the reindeer there, and there's someone talking in the background, which is why I think this is a female that sent it to me, because you can hear a lady's voice, and she says she's made everything there with the exception of the cardinal, the reindeer, and the Christmas tree that they show in there. But everything else is something that she made, which I thought was pretty dang neat. I've never seen these before, didn't know they existed. I had no idea what any of this was. So I'm like, that's dang cool. So if you're watching this, whomever you are that sent me this, email me, christmasoncrestline@gmail.com, and I need to know more information about these, because you look at them. There's some sort of, I'm guessing, wax, but she even has the leaves done where the leaves have veins. She has them wrapped in thick green cord. She's got, of course, your mylar things up there, and she even has the some sort of very strong yellow plastic to make it look like pollen and pistons. I mean, they're done superbly. So if this is you and you happen to stumble upon this video, email me. I need to know more. I need more information. I can see folks throughout the Christmas loving community wanting to make their own or knowing how to make their own. So email me and let me know. Maybe we can get you on camera. Maybe we can interview you real quick. But they are just so dang neat. I'd love to see how you made them. Hey, Braden, how's it going? Good to see you in here. I'm glad you didn't have to work today. That's right. You're off every Sunday, aren't you? That's right. Yes. Very, very cool. I was happily surprised. Every now and then we get things, usually about every Christmas. We'll have somebody leave something in the yard that says, hey, thank you. And it could be, sometimes it's just a little sign they get from Dollar Tree, just a little Christmas stick sign they put in the yard. Some people will send Christmas cards to the house, say, hey, thanks for your light show. I got this going on in my family, or we have this medical problem, and we weren't able to get out of the house, but we can drive by. We get an unsolicited thank you, which I adore from time to time for folks. But this is the first time anyone's made anything to this level that involved legitimate Christmas lights that are functional. So these will absolutely go in my show this year. No clue where they're going to go yet. They are sealed in plastic, so I can't get to them. So these feel like they're commercial grade. I don't know if they are, but they feel like they're commercial grade. I don't know if they're LED. I don't know if they're incandescent, but I have no information about them other than they're dang neat. So I got a very good kick out of that. So the other, I'll talk about my announcement real quick. And then I have two other Happy Meals to get to. So about 9 months ago, a year ago or so, YouTube sent me an email saying, hey, normally you have to have 10,000 subscribers to have a club, but we're gonna do at some point in time in the long distance future, everybody can just do it. It's where you get the join button when you look up any video. You can hit like, you can hit subscribe, or you can hit join on some channels. And if you join the club, you're supposed to get early access to videos, or you can have your own sticker. So every time you comment during a live, your own little emoji or your own personalized sticker pops up, and you pay for that. And I thought, you know what? I just don't do enough lives for me to even offer that as something folks can do. I don't. So I didn't take them up on it. I said, thank you, but no, thank you. I just don't do enough live episodes. If I were doing even one a week, yeah, cool. I have my Patreon page. So everyone, all the Patreon folks, they already get early access. So I thought that was a little bit of a little redundancy there. So I said, thank you, but no, thank you. Well, last week, and I did accept this new one. They emailed me and said, hey, we got this new beta test going on. Do you want in on it? I'm like, this is great. Heck yes, I do. So what it is I have it up right now. Let me actually open up my page here and get one going so I can talk about what I'm talking about accurately. So I'm just going to go on my most recent video here, which is Christmas Animatronic Magic, which is where we interviewed David, who is the president of that company. And he showed us a ton of animatronics that we didn't even put in the video. There's penguins, there were carolers, he probably had $500,000 worth of animatronics there. So it's up and it's live. So if you want to follow me along, and open up at a second page on your channel there. But you can like, you can dislike, you can subscribe, or you can say thanks. So what the thanks is if you're doing a live, and some people use cowbell, some people use triangles. If I'm doing a live and someone says, hey, here, Charlie, it's $5. Well, I got my little sleigh bells, which I get a kick out of, and I'll do, the little sleigh bell. Hey, thank you for doing that. Appreciate that. Any money we get, Patreon or otherwise, always goes to the show. So this new thanks is something you can do pretty much like you're joining a club. It's that like $2 donation, $3 donation, $5 donation, whatever, during the live that they've always had. Well, now they have that on all other aspects. And some folks have already started. I think we've already had 3 or 4 folks support the show by doing this in several different episodes. One was even like a episode from like 2.5, 3 years ago. But you can do a $2, $5, $10, or $50. That's some cash right there, isn't it? They're set determinations, and the more you donate, the more they give you, or whatever, or the bigger the emoji they give you. So I thought it was kind of neat. I'm like, heck yeah, I'll do that. I get folks all the time that say, hey, I don't need early access to videos. They're going to come out anyway, or I don't need behind the scenes stuff. And I just want to support the show. Can I throw a few bucks at you? Like, yeah, cool. I don't like that. I prefer it being a reciprocal transaction. I prefer someone getting some. I don't like getting presents. I love gifts, but I don't like getting them. I'm more of like, I like a surprise, this kind of guy. So anyway, so that's up and running. I thought that was neat. So that's for the folks that, hey, I don't want to join Patreon. And I have some folks some Patreon members like Boilermaker, who doesn't want her name listed out there in the world, but likes to support the show. So it's just a different way to support the show that's unique. I think only, if I read the email right, it's either 2% or 5% of YouTubers have been offered this. So I'm like, that's kind of neat. So it's a way for people to support the show, be it the YouTube side or the actual animation Christmas show side. But they don't have to join Patreon or do anything. They just kind of get this little neat emoji thing. Their comment is highlighted in a unique color in that video, and it always stays up. It's never taken down, I guess, unless it's inappropriate and gets deleted or something for language. But yeah, it's just instead of it being in black and white, it can be blue, yellow, green, orange, all the different colors. It was neat. I thought it was kind of cool. So I'm like, yep, I'll do that. I'll join. And what I'm going to do, kind of as an added thing, is everyone who does that, like we have 3 or 4, I think one came in like an hour ago too. But the folks that do that, their name will go into a future episode, just like I do for my Patreon supporters. If the Patreon supporters, their name is at the end of every single episode. It'll be at the end of this live today without fail, because they do monthly support. So those folks, like, hey, here's $10, here's $5, here's $2, here's $1. Their name will go in there. So that's just kind of neat. So that's something new on the channel. That's a permanent fixture. So I thought I'd mention that. Happy Mail. We get solicited all the time. Hey, will you review these lights? Review these. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But these are brand new, and these are brand new tech to the market. They've been out for about 4 months now. As far as if you've watched my Nova Stella interview with Christmas in July Extravaganza, you saw I interviewed Oliver and Callie from Nova Stella. They were in China. with 13 hours apart. It was a neat interview. They talked about the Blink. The Blink is LED floodlights that now have an option to dance to music. And I'm going to actually finish that review up probably tomorrow, and that'll be out in a few weeks. This here is something I got in the mail in the last few days. This here is from a company. It's a brand new company. I've never worked with it before. Popotan, Popotan, Popotan. And these are fairy lights, which I'm a big fan of fairy lights. They're like firecracker lights. They're 3 millimeters. They're very thin wire. They're just kind of neat. But these fairy lights also dance to music. And I've never even heard of fairy lights, also known as firecracker lights, dancing to music. They can sense music. I haven't dug into these. This is something I'm going to review after this live. I'm going to dig into these and start reviewing them. But that's kind of neat. And I'll just kind of do an impromptu boxing here for you right quick. And then I'll film this later. So we got some instructions. Got a USB, got a remote, and got the fairy lights. Ooh, these are a little different. Not at all what I was expecting. Okay. I'm not certain how well you can see that. But these are completely different. I've never worked with this type of light before. That is cool. So they're on a 3-wire system. You got a little attached music color and on and off switch on there. So I'm going to dive into these. Like I said, I have just unboxed these the first time with you. I've never seen this type of light before. That is peculiar. So we got that going for us, which is nice. So I'll be diving into that. And then another happy mail, my last happy mail for the day, is I did a review a few weeks back for a Christmas July extravaganza called the Zippered Stocking Company. We met them in St. Louis, talked to them, and they watched the interview or watched my review. We interviewed them as well, and then I did a review of their product. Yeah, it is. I thought, that's, you probably couldn't see it very well. I'll do a better close-up when I do the review, but it's an interesting bulb. So Zippered Stocking Company watched my review of their product. And the issue I had, if you didn't watch that, it's a Christmas stocking. It's got a handle on it, so you can take it as a tote bag, gift bag. It's got a zipper on top. It's kind of neat. And I said, I don't know how much confidence I have in their stitching. I'm guessing, I'm curious how much weight. It felt like I could just rip it apart if I wanted to, but it was a neat stocking. I wanted to use it. I didn't want to destroy it. And they said, challenge accepted. They emailed me and said, hey, if we send you another one, demolish it. Do whatever you need to. Yank on it. See if you can really rip that off. And I'm assuming that's what this is, because this is from them. See if I got my... Also, I did a... last Christmas in July, I was complaining about my wife not letting me use scissors. So one of my Patreon supporters, Boilermaker, actually sent me an X-Acto knife just to use for such an occasion. But the Christmas Stocking Company, they said, hey, we'll send you another one. Do a test on it. See what you can actually do. So, do a volume test. Do a weight test. Do whatever. And let's see which one they sent me here. They sent me 2. Very cool. These do come in different things. Just real quick, if you didn't happen to watch that, what are you saying there, Shelly? I think I missed it. I'll have to go back and watch it. So, yeah, it's us. Gene and I went to a Christmas convention called Trans World Christmas Show. It's a convention that has Halloween, escape rooms, and Christmas decorators there. So they transcend the world, so they call themselves the Trans World Christmas Show. So we interviewed them there, and I bought one and brought it home. And yeah, so this zipper it doesn't flow well like you do for jeans or something. The same issue I had with the last one. And this one, feels exactly the same. It feels like I could just yank it, come right off. So they said challenge accepted. So their challenge to me is to see if I can rip it off, to see if I can rip this off in one good powerful yank. So one of two things will happen when I film that. Either A, I'll look strong and manly and pull it right off, or B, I won't, and I'll look silly and like you don't have any muscles. So either one of those two options will happen. And then they said they sent me the other one to do a weight test. I thought they were going to send two. So we're going to test the volume on these. We're going to test the strength on them. We're going to put weights in them. We're going to break these. These will not be used again because we're going to do a ton of damage to them. But we're going to see how much they actually fill up with weight, with volume, how much candy can you put in there. We're going to do a legitimate Christmas stocking test. That, though, is probably not going to come out until October because I want to walk into a big box store. I want to buy just a regular one, and I want to test its strength and its character, its integrity versus these bad boys. So that will come out probably in October. So thank you to whomever sent me the Christmas light flowers. And yep, Zipper Stocking. Lisa, yeah, how's it going, Lisa? Good to see you here. I like where your head's at, Shelly. How much whiskey can it hold? Good call. Good call. Gina and I actually we went to Kentucky for the Kentucky Bourbon Trail for our other show, which made us miss. That was the exact same day as Christmas Light Show in Las Vegas, which is another convention. So we'll hit that up. That's the Christmas Expo. But yeah, how much whiskey can it hold? I'm guessing this can probably hold, let's say a 1.75 liter. But yeah, they're dainty. And these things are soft. If you think that like a softest baby blanket you've ever felt, that's exactly what this material feels like. So, and whoever sent me the Christmas light flowers, email me. Let me know who you are. I'd love to have you on the show. And I'm sure tons of people would love to make these for themselves if you're willing to do that. Some folks like their anonymity and don't want the public to know who they are. Cool. I get that. But at least email me so I can say a proper thank you to you. There we go. That'd be pretty cool if you would do that. So I got that. Talked about the gourd. I think I'm out of stuff to talk about. As far as I got everything done real quick. And this was an impromptu. It wasn't real scheduled. Tomorrow, we will have another live and we'll be giving away some stuff. We'll give away some shirts. I have some new shirts out there. And I'm a big fan of the the Ho Cubed. My wife, Gina, is a mathematician. So I originally made this up just to be a kind of a clever little pun. But we've made T-shirts out of it and everything else. And if you guys haven't seen our T-shirt lineup, you can go to Teespring. The address is down there if you're interested. If you're not, that's fine too. I don't care. It's just I like wearing the T-shirts, and if you want to support the show, you can do it. But like last night for our whiskey show, we do a whiskey review show as well called Multicasting. And on that show, I have to apologize a lot to my wife. I'm sorry, wife. You're right. I apologize for talking. I'm like, there's a T-shirt in there somewhere. So last night I was doing, sorry for talking to you. You're right. And right was spelled like rye whiskey. So I was making that shirt last night. I like doing those things. Kind of interesting. Oh, very nice, Shelly. Cool. And hey, Nancy. Good to see you. So question for you. Why have you here, Shelly? Shelly, for folks that haven't watched her channel, she actually has two channels. But for her Whiskey and Sunshine, you just went to Breckenridge and you drove from Breckenridge all the way home to Maine. First of all, kudos to you for taking that and doing that drive. Gina and I was 15 hours to Kentucky, which I don't mind. Long drives, actually. Anything over 15 hours, though, is a hotel. There's no way that had to have been over 15 hours for you guys. But my question to you is, did you see the bear, hear the bear, or did you just go out in the morning and say, oh, somebody tried to murder our trash cans? So how did that go? Scott needs that one. Yeah, good times. Good times, yeah. My wife is usually right about most things, academic and most things. I'm just going to leave it there and say she's just right most times. So, but my question to you, Shelly, is the bear. I almost put that into that episode, but I'm sure you've already been asked that 20,000 times. But now that I can put you on the spot and ask you, I figured I'd take that opportunity. But she just filmed a video about her journey and across the midsection of the state in the low plains. We live in Kansas, so that's all we see is you can go out my door right now and see for about 10 miles of wheat fields. It's always amazing to me anytime I leave Kansas and come back about the lack of trees Kansas has. You can just see for miles and miles and miles. Wow. Over 30 hours, 3 drivers taking turns. We heard the bear and then saw him run away. Very nice. So you heard the bear and then you both heard and saw 30 hours. Wow. That is dedication. Good for you. Wow. Very nice. We're in Wichita, Kansas, Lisa. Let me get that ticker going off there. We're in Wichita. If you're familiar with the Wichita Eagle, we're in that a lot. We've had KWCH, which is one of our local news stations, did a thing on us last year. So good to see another Kansas in here. That's pretty cool. Alma. No clue where Alma's at. I'm going to guess and say it's Western Kansas just because I don't know it from South Central and I don't know it from Eastern Kansas. So I'm going to guess and say that's Western. And if you are Western, and if you're by Waukene, Kansas, Gina and I went there last year for Christmas and July extravaganza, and we filmed an episode at Christmas Castles in Waukene, which is just a random Christmas store in the middle of I-70 at this small town of 300 people. And she has legit castle, a facade of a castle inside of her Christmas store. I've talked about her several times. They're good people up there. Pretty neat. So that shirt's going to come out on our whiskey side. And I got to be honest, I like my whiskey shirts better. I like my Christmas shirts. We got a Pretty Fly for a rye guy because I'm a big rye whiskey fan. We got Pretty Fly for a rye guy. We got Pepper Girl. We got Rye Guy. There's another one I really like that we had just made. I'd have to go on there and find out what it was. But yeah, I like puns. I'm a big fan of puns. So unless anybody has any questions, that's about it for me today. We're coming up on the 30-minute mark, so I'll give it 2 more minutes. We definitely stopped on our way back in Joliet, Illinois. Okay. Never heard of Joliet, Illinois either. Illinois, though, is a great state to drive through because it takes like 90 minutes to drive through it. Jean is from Indiana, so we go see her family a couple times a year, and I love driving through Illinois because it's nothing but trees, and it's a quick drive. Okay. You're not too far. That's Manhattan is Jean's alma mater. So we got a phone call yesterday. She has some cousins that are possibly moving to Manhattan, taking some positions at Kansas State University. Blues Brothers territory. Very cool. Love the Blues Brothers. Hey, Charlie Christmas. Yeah. Good to see you. So yeah, I love Blues Brothers. Mission from God is one of the best quotable parts of that movie. We're on a mission from God. Dan Aykroyd, who I have trouble with watching as an actor sometimes, did phenomenal in that. He's hit or miss for me. Sometimes he's awesome in movies. Sometimes it's He's had some real bad ones. Evolution with Orlando Bloom. What's the other guy's name? Orlando, forget his last name, but he was not good in that one. But yeah, big fan of Blues Brothers. So good times. So we will be doing the live tomorrow, doing the last giveaway as an extension of Christmas and July extravaganza. For those of that missed the beginning, we had some medical issues pop up in the family, so I couldn't end Christmas and July extravaganza like we normally do with one last giveaway. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. And got the reviews, got the Happy Mail coming out. So yeah, I like doing Happy Mail more of a live just because folks are sending me stuff instead of just recording it, put it out there. I think I'll probably start doing those as lives more often, just because they're needed that way for me. But yeah, doing the Christmas and July extravaganza ending tomorrow in August. So whoever sent me the flowers, thank you so much for that. Appreciate that. I think they're out of California, according to this mark, but I have no idea who you were. Dragnet, yes. Phenomenal on Dragnet. One of the that movie is slept on more than it should be. That's a great movie. Pagans, People Against Goodness and Niceness. That's one of the best movie acronyms of all time. So yeah, and the Virgin Consuela. I believe, was the female heroine in that movie. So, yeah, Dan Aykroyd was great. That you're right. He cracked me up in that one. That was a pretty good movie. So that's about it for me today, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. We did 30 minutes, and that's about good for an impromptu-ish live. So we'll see you folks tomorrow if you have time. If you don't, I appreciate you stopping in. And thank you to YouTube for selecting me for the beta. That's pretty cool. Appreciate that. Let's get myself. I talked about the Patreon thing earlier. For folks who've never seen that, I'll play that for you real quick. So, all right, folks, I'm Charlie, and I'll see you in the next episode.